like F-Zero a lot. I would really like a new one, Nintendo, but we're not here to talk about that today. Today we're going to talk about the Lost F-Zero sequel, F-Zero Grand Prix 2, released for the Satellaview, which was a satellite broadcasting expansion type thing for the Super Nintendo, released by Nintendo and co-developed by Saint Giga, which was a Japanese satellite broadcasting company. And there was a lot of exclusive games on it, such as this game, obviously, and The Legend of Zelda Ancient Stone Tablets, which was a spin-off of A Link to the Past. And this game was released in late 1997, near the end of when games started to release for the Satellaview, and it was a semi-sequel to the Super Nintendo game F-Zero, which I've covered on this channel before. You can watch that if you want. It's probably one of my favorite videos on this channel. But it has this semi-sequel has some new tracks with harder difficulty, different designs for the machines, and the gameplay is very similar. It's more of a expansion add-on, more than a full sequel. That's why I called it a semi-sequel. But it plays good. It plays well. Plays good. It plays well, and I really like the new graphics for the machines. I think they're a lot better than the graphics from the original, which makes sense. It's 7 year gap, 7 year gap from the original F-Zero to this. But the presentation is very nice. It has the same music from the original F-Zero, which I'm not really surprised by. But a thing with the Satellaview was because it was being broadcasted live. The games were being broadcasted live, so you could only play them at certain times unless you had them backed up. Since they were being broadcasted live, there was live orchestrated music in some games, certain events that would only happen at certain times, and fully voiced narration to the games, which I think is really cool and is something I'm surprised that the gaming industry hasn't returned to, which I'm actually not that surprised about it because I don't think a lot of people would buy it. It sounds sort of like impractical. It would probably be very expensive. I know the Satellaview was when it came out. But yeah, it sounds expensive. So, and it's not like super important to have like live narration. If you want live narration, watch a YouTube video of someone playing the game while you're playing the game. Live narration. But the certain events that happen at certain times, which is commonplace now in online games, especially like MMOs and stuff like that. But yeah, the music is good because it's basically the same as the original F-Zero music. The controls are the same as well. The only way you can play this game now is through emulation, or if you have Satellaview with this game backed up on it. There was another F-Zero Satellaview game, but it was just a remake, the original F-Zero, sort of remake. It wasn't the full game. It was a few leagues but with this graphical style, and of course with all the new things that came with this Teleview I mentioned before, like the orchestrated music, live narration. Certain events weren't in this game, from what I know. Um, they were in Legend of Zelda: Ancient Stone Tablets, though. But oh, geez, yeah. As you can tell, I'm not the best at F-Zero, especially because this is beginner level, which I selected on accident. Yeah, accident. No, I actually did though. But yeah, it's really good. Really well-made tracks. I like the challenge to them. Yes. Okay. I really like the challenge to the tracks. Like I said before, the new tracks are acting as sequels to tracks from the older games, from the first F-Zero older games. This is like the second one released. Um, but it would have been cool to see a full game based on the idea of having harder, like the full game is just harder tracks. Uh, I mean, we have gotten F-Zero sequels, not as many as I would like though, but we have gotten them. But all of them are uh, they have a normal difficulty curve. What I would like, I think, will be really cool is having an F-Zero game that just tries to have the most challenging tracks throughout the entire thing. Like the beginning tracks in the game are of equal difficulty to the final tracks in the game. They're all really hard. I think that would be really cool, really fun, uh, challenging, but really rewarding. Um, like Dark Souls. F-Zero is the Dark Souls of kart racer games. You know. Um, yeah. My emulator bar just came up at the bottom. Move my mouse. Um, and with like some new like track themes and stuff like that, I think that would be really cool for the next F-Zero game. Do it. Uh, I'm very excited about the Nintendo Switch Online F-Zero X coming to it. We can finally play an F-Zero game online, which hasn't happened before. Uh, and I'm very happy that's my favorite F-Zero, F-Zero X. I haven't played GX, so maybe that'll become my favorite once I do play it, but gotta find a copy for a good price. Oh, my emulator bar just came up again. Oh, I'm just running into walls all over. Okay. Don't hit the mines. There was a glitch that well, I don't know if it's a glitch, it's a little graphical oddity. It's probably just a limitation of mode 7. Um, that on one of these, I think it's the next one. Yeah, Silence 2. I think, yeah, it's this one. Uh, you jump over a set of mines, but when you land back down, it looks like you're landing on the mine, but it doesn't explode. So I thought that was interesting. And this is also one that I'm not. This is that part, but I missed it and took a lot of damage. Okay, okay. I didn't even jump there. Thanks. Let's see. Yeah, it would have been cool to see this expanded into a full release, but like I said, this was near the end of the Satellavie's lifespan. Well, not near the end of its lifespan, but near the end of the games releasing for it. 1997 was also the same year Ancient Stone Tablets came out, like I said, which was a Link to the Past spinoff. Jeez. So I think this is more short because it's F-Zero, which Nintendo doesn't really care about as much as their other franchises. Maybe Devil's Third. Well, it's not really a Nintendo franchise, but published. God, that power meter is so. God, it's like a little less than half. But because that Ancient Stone Tablets was a main priority, Jesus Christ, Ancient Stone Tablets was a main priority for them to develop on the Satellaview, so they just made it short, little F-Zero semi-sequel expansion thing, which I mean, it's still fine. It's better than what we're getting now. Nothing. I don't know why I go there at the start of the race. It's fun, but yeah. If you want to check this game out, there will be the link in the description to play it because it's really fun, really rewarding when you get the challenge. Jesus. Or it's not hard, or it's not challenging, and I'm just bad. Probably that.